of you guys are sending us support tickets from time to time, as well as all the trainings. But as a whole, it's going to look like not much has changed, but we've actually done quite a bit here, right? So very idea of this entire project is I'm one like you. I'm a machinist by trade. I've been in the shops. I've dealt with the headaches of like paperwork missing deadlines. Again, every ERP system I've ever seen has been a total pain in the butt when it comes to inputting information. So a few of the greatest things we've done so far is actually adding in our time clock feature, which means you can actually do your payroll type stuff from here. How many hours are you logging in as an employee every week? So as you're seeing, I've been clocked in forever right now. We're going to see that. But again, the idea is that you guys can actually clock in, clock out of the software, start a day, end a day, taking breaks. But then we have our time cards again for your reporting. Ignore the name that we have inside my software. Some of you are going to get a pretty good laugh out of that. But again, what good is any other ERP system if you can't quickly do something, right? So how many of you out there have been taking jobs or doing things for a customer and you want to get a pretty accurate situation going on? So again, what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to go ahead and give us a part number. Again, how many parts does our customer want? Do I want to include my prints and drawings or any other information? But as you're going to see me go through here pretty quick is hitting up something like 6061 round bar. I'm going to need 2 of those. They're going to cost me about $76 a piece. And just like that, you're going to notice we're starting to roll up the cost to do this job, right? So as you're seeing, we're going to go ahead and now add our operations. Well, the very first thing we need to do is saw cut our material. It's going to take 10 minutes to set up the saw. It's going to take 1.5 minutes per cut. What you'll notice is how quick I can run through adding these operations. Now we feel, and I've always felt that if I can blueprint this through my shop, when I quote it, it saves me all the time on the backside when I accept this job. It also allows you, as you guys are seeing at a work center level, to quickly and efficiently add in things like much more accurate pricing when it comes down to creating these quotes. So if you're somebody that's like, man, how does somebody make money? Or why don't I ever get these jobs? Or I'm being told I'm too high. We're starting to scrutinize and get this down to a point that makes more sense, right? So let's say on this part, we're going to throw it on a VF2. Then we're going to take it over to, I think I have a DVH in here. I do not. What other machine do I have in here? I know there's a Herco in here. I know there's a UMC. So again, guys, we are going to be working with this a lot more, making these windows drop down a little bit quicker for you. Again, 30 minutes worth of setup, maybe a 22-minute cycle time. But once you get everything plugged in, and you're noticing me use a lot of hotkeys just jumping from one thing to the other, is one, we're not only getting a total cost, but we're now getting what it's going to take in a lead time to go run this stuff, right? So this is where we have our price per part. We have a hypothetical now schedule already set up. We are building in the idea that if you were to accept this job right now, it's going to tell you that it can't be done within a timely manner. But just like that, we've just estimated a part. So we refer to estimates as a part. We can now roll those estimates up on a quote. So as you guys would see here is we have multiple different parts in the system. So if I wanted to go to a quote, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up P3 manufacturing, this stuff is going to end up being due the 27th. And with that, I can now go down and pick those different quotes that I've made. So this is the estimate we just made. I'm going to go ahead and add in that other part that I've already had in the system. Again, our quantities, our part numbers, price per part, and even our subtotals for our customer. So as you can see, we can go ahead and now save our quote. From there, we can actually generate a PDF. And again, these are customizable. Now, this is the big thing that we've just recently got released is right now I am staying natively inside of ohscrap, right? So you guys could actually go out and you could get the QuickBooks connector set up on your end, and we could import and export all of your customers, your part numbers straight out of QuickBooks. So when we talk about this is I could have bulk imported everything you have today. We could bulk export it back and then make a live connection in real time. So things like setting up this quote, instead of me, as you guys saw me do here, I went ahead and created a PDF here to send the customer. I could have sent this to QuickBooks and then already had it in there ready to go, right? So again, what we're going to do now is we're going to mark this as if we've manually sent it. Customer has now accepted it. And as you guys are going to see, is we can now convert everything over to work orders. Again, I'm on an unstable build, so you guys are going to see a little quirks here. But from that, we get to talk production, right? Now, this is where I built this, and I've been working with this to be based off the idea we did everything at the estimate level, right? The guy in the front office or the female in the front office that's $15 an hour and put in the information. We now are switching that over and generating our work orders out to the floor, and we are putting them on the specific schedule in the specific location to be ran. I was wrong. It's a VMX. It's a Herco. It's not a Doosan. It was a Herco machine. But as you guys are seeing now, the idea is this for your guys to come in the morning. They can clock in, you know, right off the rip, hopefully on time. Then they can jump straight to their production schedule and go straight into whatever needs to be ran or whatever's waiting on or where it is in the system. So again, the cool thing about this is we can go ahead and give our badge number in. As you can see, I'm punching in against this job. Any files that are there are associated. I'm going to do my setup. I can start recording my setup. I can even do things like starting to claim my parts, right? So it's almost lunchtime. We're going to go ahead and say we made 100 parts. We scrapped one. Our quantities are now going to update and everything is going to be reflected in real time. But the idea for us and for all of you out there is we are working on this to replace spreadsheets, right? I know a lot of you guys use spreadsheets. I see a million different spreadsheets. The bad news about a spreadsheet, it's hard to track how long it actually took on a job. Roll this information up into an easy, palatable system to see why didn't you make money on that job? Next time you do that job, like what should we be doing at the end of the day? So again, as you guys are seeing, we even have a track record of all of our production logs, what's going on, where it is in our shop. Elijah, this would be a great solution for you guys. And Jacob, yes, we are developing this in-house. So this is a solution we want to bring to the table for you guys. But again, we work with a lot of different companies. They're starting to get in here more and more. We're seeing a lot of traction on what it should say and what it's going to be built around or how it should function and things like that. So price-wise, we did currently set this up as the same price as Fusion, and we are a by user software. So again, is depending on who's in here doing stuff, as you may not meet the lady in the office because she only does QuickBooks. She doesn't need a license, but yourself as a programmer and the other guys on the floor may want to go in and have a seat. 300, that's how much I pay. I don't know where you got 300. Oh, 300 for your Fusion license. I know your Fusion license is in the 300. It's got to be at least 315. So it's 680 a year. But again, guys, because this is an in-house solution, and if you are getting set up with multiple people, feel free to reach out to us. We actually have, I think you'll have to let me know, down in the chat, there's another email called ohscrap at JITCADCAM. I don't know if it's in the chat, but if it is in the chat, feel free to send us an email and we can get you some more information. Elijah, I know, as you guys know, I will be passing this information off to Heidi. But again, it's so great here where the whole concept is that you guys can go in, do whatever it is that you need to do, right? So maybe I need CNC programming as a work center, and that only runs $50 an hour. Guy makes 100 grand a year. It's unbelievable. But when you're doing that quoting and you're estimating your parts, you have full control over that type of information, right? So again, I'm gonna do 100 parts. This guy's gonna go out to McMaster Car. Again, Operation 10 right off the rip is actually going to be CNC programming. And then from that, he's going to take, I don't know, 90 minutes to set up. Technically, there is no cycle time, so it's just a flat rate, boom, $75, right? So again, you guys let me know what you think. Do you guys have questions about Fusion? Do you got more questions about this? Again, we're about an hour into this. We've done a lot in an hour. It's just been a crazy 5-axis day. But the whole concept, like I said, guys, I wanted to make it as easy as possible for you guys to get accurate pricing for your shop floor. And then from that, produce you guys a schedule that not only lets you know what's going on, what needs to be done, where it's at in the system. We are going to roll out other things. Like we have plans to do inventory, stuff like that, right? Consuming portions of a bar of material versus the whole thing. A lot of stuff is to come to this thing. But as you're seeing it right now, very easily, you all can go in, filter out whatever it is you need to do, and just run parts, right? Like, how do we make it easier on you guys just to get the parts out the door in a timely manner? We are partially working on a couple of integrations to several websites for material polls, as well as some websites that you may or may not like when it comes to taking work.